Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, you've got courtside seats for my review of Zola. Let's do it. Zola is a comedy crime drama from director Janicza Bravo and VVS Films. The movie stars Taylour Paige, Riley Keough, Nicholas Braun, and Colman Domingo. A stripper named Zola embarks on a wild road trip to Florida. So this movie was not on my radar until very recently, but anytime I see the A24 logo, I'm automatically curious. I haven't seen every movie they've put out, and I haven't loved every movie they've put out, but they've got a pretty wicked track record. So this film is based on a true story, as it was documented in a viral Twitter thread by Zola King, a part-time stripper, as well as a Rolling Stone article by David Kushner titled Zola Tells All, the real story behind the greatest stripper saga ever tweeted. And I gotta say, this is a pretty crazy movie. It's not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of swearing, a lot of sexual activity, a lot of male nudity, and some violence. Me personally though, I quite enjoyed this flick. I thought the cast was really strong. Taylour Paige plays Zola, and she just exudes this quiet dignity even when her character's situation is terribly undignified. I loved hating Riley Keough here. She's like delightfully obnoxious for much of the film and then downright loathsome for the rest of it. Nicholas Braun plays Derek, boyfriend to Keough's Stephanie, and he absolutely sold me on this kind of pathetic, bumbling, lovesick fool. And Colman Domingo, reuniting with Paige as they were both in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom together, is outright terrifying. The way he manages to flick back and forth between like charming and funny and absolutely menacing within the span of like a mere second is pretty impressive to watch. And I loved the tonal shifts in this movie. The first act is pretty light and fun with some good humor, and then it takes this abrupt shift into something much more tense and intimidating. And oftentimes I find such tonal shifts to be really jarring, and they were here, but clearly that's what the filmmaker was going for, and it's really quite effective. Particularly because we're experiencing this story essentially through Zola's perspective. I also really like the editing here, which gives the movie this kind of manic energy. Sometimes a scene will cut abruptly in the middle of some action, or it'll go into freeze frame to get some narration. And it really added to the pace and flow, which always felt like it had forward momentum. The only problems that I had with Zola were the fact that she and Stephanie are always on their phones, so we're constantly hearing the iPhone like ding ding text sound or the Twitter thing. I get that this was done for effect because, as I mentioned, this movie is based on like a viral Twitter thread, but I still found it really obnoxious. Granted, that is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when my phone is constantly chirping at me, which is why I always keep it on vibrate. The more you know. And finally, while I loved the climax of the film, I found the ending to be rather frustrating. It just kind of stops in the middle of a scene, and it's left completely ambiguous as to what happens to the characters. I'm not entirely against ambiguity. Sometimes it really works for me, but I generally don't want it in like a biographical film. I want to know what happens to these characters. I don't need to know like how they die and ends their entire story, but I want to know how the particular story that you're telling ends. That said though, I really enjoyed Zola, and while it won't be for everyone, it was right up my alley. It was kind of like an unholy union of, I don't know, Spring Breakers and Uncut Gems, and that works for me. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give Zola. And I think I'm going to give Zola a...
Are you flirting with me?
Maybe.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Zola? What did you think about it? What is your favorite film about strippers or sex workers or anything like that? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. Just helps the video get out to more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.